Hello and happy full moon. Let me just get the chat up 1 minute. Alright, I am just trying again, technical. Okay, perfect. So I believe today, I could be wrong, is the full moon. I believe it's a pink full moon, although I'm not sure. It might depend like where in the world you are. But while I'm just waiting for this to set up, I'm just going to go through some of my card decks and get those ready. So, hey girl! So I'm just gonna go through some of these because I know I did advertise this kind of last minute just because this last month has been so busy. So it's great if you see it live. If not, the replay goes up anyway, and we're talking about full moon energies, energy that's going on this month, what to expect next month. So yeah, it'll be worth a watch. So yeah, I'm literally just getting my card decks ready. I was like trying to decide this evening which ones to go for. So I've got out my numerology deck. I've got, let's have a look, one sec. Yeah, I've got some Native American sacred kind of healing cards, which are super cool because Tanya, I know I was telling you anyway, but like I literally pulled a card for myself. I don't know when it was, earlier in the month, and it was about the giveaway card from this deck, and it was talking about like giving things away, like looking at things you no longer need in your life, clearing out and kind of giving away, because then you kind of get good come back to you. And then I told you I had a huge clear out anyway, and I got rid of ridiculous amounts of things. But then it does kind of free up that energetic space for you as well, because they, you know, like your home also kind of resembles your own energy in a sense. And I always find with mine at times, sometimes, no, I'm not even going to be polite, I can be a little bit of a hoarder. Like I can just get a bit of clutter, and I feel like as the years go on, you kind of hold on to more things. And I guess that's kind of like our own energy. Every so often we kind of have to just go through and like have that little bit of a cleanse, a detax, and like kind of relax and like letting things go a bit. So this is my other, these are the Native American cards, so I've got those ready. I'm just gonna like line them up. Let's have a look. And then I think, because if only you guys could see the actual clutter that's behind this desk. Ugh, God, I cannot show you that. It's pretty terrible. So this is my other deck. I'm just going to show on the video anyway. This one. This is the Mother Piece. Oh my God, wait. Round Tarot deck by Karen Vogel and Vicky Noble. So I believe this must be a really old deck of cards, because I actually was gifted these from like my grandma. So you can kind of see they must be really old. Like I don't even know if they still sell them, but and to be honest, I'll tell you guys, I never used to be into tarot cards for the simple fact I'm a bit of a rebel. Like I don't like always having to have a set way of doing things unless it's me that's created that way to do it. I don't, whereas I know for tarot, for a lot of people, like there's a set way, like whether the card comes out this way or that way, or there's a way to read them. I'm more of a free spirit. I'll just kind of read it how I want to read it. So that might be through like the colours on the card. Yeah, they are proper old. They have a tiny little guidebook, but obviously like it was a bit more simple, this deck, because it doesn't go into like huge amounts of detail, but there's like little bits. But then it is also worth knowing, like whatever card comes out, there is obviously through the tarot, there is its own kind of meaning, but I kind of just go on the meaning I get. But yeah, they're proper old, but I'm weird. I know I'm gonna like hold on to these until I die, and then like I'll want them passed on to whoever might be here for me, because I just kind of feel like they hold good energy. Do you know what I mean? And it's something like sacred and special. So I'm just going to go through. Right, they're all set up now. Right. And this is the other thing I kind of feel like on YouTube. Because I'm in the UK, I feel like a lot of people are actually in America. Because I found when I did lives like in the morning, more people would come on, but they're American, because I think it's like a different time in the day for them. So I don't know, but my energy is not normally great in the morning, guys, so you're gonna have to like forgive me on that one. So let's get into it. So this full moon energy is under the sign of Scorpio. Scorpio can be, what does Scorpios do? They snap and they kind of bite. They have that kind of energy. Yeah, I would say Scorpio energy could be quite savage. Like, Scorpios don't come for me with this one, but Scorpio, a full moon can be emotional time anyway. I'm seeing this in a lot of people. Like, a lot of people are having emotions come up. Like, people are flipping out on you. Like, they're bringing out all their, like, anger and bad energy on you. Like, I've had people do that with me. Yeah, aggressive. That's totally, totally the word. But yeah, I've had people like do it on me, and it's like, whoa, hold up a minute. Like, why are you bringing it out on me? But it's like, sometimes people don't know how to process what they're going through, so they can bring it out on us. And then with this full moon energy, and then the fact that it's like that Scorpio energy can be just super fiery. And I do believe as well, Scorpio is like, I think it's a water sign. So that also makes it more emotional, that kind of energy. So if you are feeling like emotional or that anger inside bubbling up, you gotta kind of find a way to like channel it or release it in like a healthy way. Maybe going for a jog, I don't know, kickboxing, screaming, shouting, singing, writing, journaling. Sometimes what do? Sometimes I just like, I do my yoga stretches. Sometimes it's weird. I'll just put my yoga mat out and I'll do a couple of stretches, and sometimes I lie there. I think it's called child's pose actually, where you just kind of like literally laying down like a child. And then I kind of like just let things come up, because sometimes I can be over emotional. Other times, like you said in the comments, yeah, I can like hold it in, be snappy or feel angry, and then just emotional, so it can come out. But I do see it in a lot of people when they're not knowing how to just release it and let it go. So that is what a full moon energy is about. It's about releasing and being able to let stuff go. That is like super important to be able to do at this time. So like I say, I think it's the full moon today where you are in the world, if not tomorrow. So the energy is still there. It's still kind of relevant. Also Scorpio in astrology, because I did say in this I'm going to do a bit of astrology and numerology. So Scorpio is associated to the reproductive system, so the reproductive organs. So that's what it governs. So for instance, if you're a woman and you're having your moon time now on a full moon cycle, and you need healing in that particular area, or things might come up more, that is the ideal time to do healing. Is if it's a reproductive problem or issue in that area, is when the moon is in Scorpio. Unless it's something that's going to put more of a burden or pain or like a surgery on it, then no. But you know, say if it's like you're suffering with a period cramp or something, that would be the time to like do some healing for that. Whether it be like, you know, your herbal teas, like some type of natural remedy, just something to help. Or you might find just more emotions and pain might be coming up to the surface to do with the Scorpio reproductive system area. So just be mindful of that over the next, you know, 2 days or so, as the moon is in Scorpio. That's definitely something I'm gonna notice and just be a little mindful of, even myself, for some healing stuff. I'm also gonna do my list in my little moon journal tonight. I'm gonna try. I'm just gonna write down things I want to release. I did kind of start on it yesterday. A big thing for me at the moment, I think, is I definitely have a lot of anxiety. I don't know, it comes up, but it's really, I didn't realize sometimes just how much of my energy it's always taking, and that can be really difficult to deal with, because when you're constantly that person that's like, yeah, I'm tired, and oh, I'm depressed, or like, people often don't get it, but I guess the anxiety can really draw the energy from you, because any little situation, so say for like a normal person, I say a normal person, there's no such thing as normal, is there? But you know, I don't know, say they're just gonna do a simple thing like, let's say, clean the house, but then for someone like me, it'll cause this like overload, you know what I mean? And then you go into like a mental shutdown, because I'm thinking of all these different possibilities, all the outcomes, how I want things to be versus how they are. And it's really difficult, even, and this is another reason why I do just sometimes come on and push myself to do a live video, because I'm normally a perfectionist and I'll like want to record it. I want to make sure I've kind of said the right thing. And whereas when I just do a live, I have to just force myself in that moment to be present and be like, okay, Laura, you're not perfect. No one wants to see perfect, but just do the best you can do. And just, you know, put a bit more kind of like healing and good vibes out into the world. And also sometimes by sharing your own stuff, that can then help other people. But I'm still at that point where I think I get myself, yes, but then expressing that, or kind of being able to say how that affects me or how I deal with it or whatever, that's the bit I'm still kind of struggling on. So that's definitely going on my list of something I want to be able to release, kind of just let go of. A lot of fear energy too, worry. It's like analysis paralysis, where you just overthink things to the point then you barely do anything. So to put it into context, I probably could have done with this clear out in my house for like maybe a year or more. Let's be real. Probably a good year and a half, but it took me that long to only just be able to recently do that. So that's putting it into context, like it takes a lot. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, and that is kind of tying into, because April is a 3 energy month, right? So that is the theme and the energy for April. So like if you have 3 like life path, destiny number, soul urge number, even running through your name, that's where you may feel that energy kind of a bit more intensely than other people. That's something I can explain more in like one-on-one readings with people. But that 3 energy, so themes for this month, and then sorry, just reading comments. Yeah, analysis paralysis. I don't know where I read that, but when I heard it, I was like, oh my god, that's so me. So some of the themes this month, see if they've been relevant to you, but remember, we still have part of the month to go. So it's a month definitely where there may be a focus for people's health, like health issues come to the forefront, whether that's like wanting to improve your health, maybe health issues are coming up that are kind of coming into your consciousness and awareness for you to work on. It's also about your confidence this month, your self-expression, like how do you express yourself? Like, so I've literally just been sat there saying, like, I'm trying to, you know, find ways of expressing myself in a way that's, you know, empowering to me, not harmful to others, but where I kind of feel maybe understood. So definitely that is coming up for me. Yeah, personal power. Also happiness is a theme, like joy and happiness. So how is happiness showing up for you? Are you having fun in your life? Do you have joy? That's definitely something I've got to work on, because I think I even posted a comment here. I was like, God, it's like, how do we have happiness? Or like, what brings us joy? Or it's finding those things. And I guess in life is having more of that joy and that happy kind of energy, because that's really important, because that can be healing in itself. But it's finding those kind of things that do bring you happiness. Okay, friends is also a theme of this month in April. Also communication, because 3 is the number of communication. So how we're communicating. And then it's no coincidence that we also had a Mercury retrograde this month that I think we're just coming out of. So communication would have been a real bit of a challenge this month. So if you guys have been feeling communication issues this month, that's why. So hopefully now, because Mercury is that planet of communication that was going backwards, now that it's going forwards again, hopefully communication will improve, or things will be easier, or you'll find like things just happen a little more easily than before. It might have been a bit of a kind of challenge. And then also with the 3 energy, it's also connected to solar plexus, which is like the top of your stomach area, okay? It's that yellow colour. So if you are having issues with those things we've spoken about, like personal power, your health, or confidence, looking at healing your solar plexus chakra, looking at healing your inner child, and learning how to have fun and express yourself. But yeah, any organs as well relating to your solar plexus. So, and one that came to me earlier actually in conversation, that solar plexus area was actually to do with the liver, because I'm sure that's connected to 3s. So a lot of people that I know, and this isn't to stereotype all, but on a lower energy side of that 3 energy, a lot of people I know especially a bit later in life, sometimes not all, but they've had like a lot of issues like with say their stomach or their bowel or their livers, because obviously it's those suppressed emotions and things that have been trapped. So if you're a life path 3, just be careful of that particular area. And it came to me to mention about doing a liver detox. So because anything we consume, then the toxins kind of would build up in your liver. So it's looking at ways that we can help our body, which naturally it will flush, but over time and all the amount of chemicals and stuff, that can really build up. So a liver detox, I would definitely recommend this month. My way I'm going to do one is definitely through herbal healing, like my herbal teas and stuff. I think there's like dandelion root would be good. Nettle, that'll be another good one. Burdock root. There's quite a few herbs that will support a liver cleanse, and I would just drink those a couple of times a day. Also, a video on my channel about Swedish bitters. That's an amazing healing remedy, which again I'm probably going to use to do a bit of a liver cleanse, and I feel like then that will kind of help set me up on my health again, so I can feel a bit more healthy, because I've been trying to, the last couple of months, trying to like get that energy and focus back onto my health, my body, my image, but it's been really tough, I can't lie. It's definitely, my whole life it's been a challenge, body issues. But I'm trying to get back on that, and I'm hoping now in the summer months that will be a little bit easier to do. It is a mind over matter, and there are times where like we're going to feel stronger and more able. And yes, I've been getting loads of support from Tanya. You've been great trying to keep me on track for sure, so I really appreciate that. Yeah, nettle tea again, it's one of my favorites because it doesn't really taste of anything, and it's really good for you, and you can literally just get the nettles out of your garden and dry them, and it's just amazing what you can literally find for free outside. It's great. So yeah, do a liver detox. That's one thing I'll recommend. Then, as we're going into May now, let me just have a look. I need to check my battery level. I think it's okay. Can't even tell because this is on a live. I can't come off the screen. So then as we move into May, which I don't even think May is far now. Like that's literally going to be a couple of weeks. Yeah. We've literally got like about another week or so. Then we're in May. And then May will be a universal 4 month, okay? So 4 translates, like 4 is that grounding enemy. Enemy? What did I say? Enemy? Okay, 4 is grounding energy, okay? So like if you look at 4, like if you look at a square, right? You've got 4 corners, because a square's like, it can't be anything else, it's just very grounded. It's like that foundational level, like if someone's building a house, and I feel like with 4s that can be quite a thing for them. They will look for grounding and stability in life, so that's on their kind of life path, and they're here to work on like issues of heart, compassion, love. So that will be a theme to play out in May, okay? Like work maybe for some of you, like that may be quite a theme in May to come. You might find you're overworking, you might find you're underworked, like maybe it'll just be issues coming up in the work area, as I'm going to call it. It's about kind of effort, it's about your family and security, okay? Do you feel secure in your life, in your home environment? Trust is a big 4 thing too, about building trust in your life. So, you know, do you have trust maybe in your workplace, maybe with your family or your friends? Looking at those kind of things, and what structure is actually in your life, and maybe do you need a different kind of structure? So I see 4 as being next month being a bit more like, you know, getting things in line, getting things in order. So that kind of time of order. And also, yeah, looking at maybe then what needs forgiving, because it is connected to that heart chakra. So if you or you know anyone that has like heart issues, chest issues, lung issues, breathing issues, or even someone that maybe has just got a broken heart, like we can all admit that we've probably all been heartbroken at some point, but it's looking at what pain are we holding onto in this heart area, because that's going to be a huge forefront of healing for next month. So that's just a little bit of an intro on the theme for that, because It's gonna come up. I might do another video, but to be fair, I'm gonna try. I hope this one will just upload because I've covered a lot of that stuff that will kind of be relevant coming up. And I just find like that's the beauty of astrology and numerology, these tools we have to connect to the universe, because it gives us a heads up. So if we know now there's some of the themes that might play out in our lives, or if those numbers are directly for you, then you're going to see them more in certain areas. It just helps you prepare. And then I feel like, and then when you might go through stuff, it's not so much of a shock, or you don't just feel like, oh my God, it's me against the world. You're like, okay, this is actually a divine thing. This is happening like universally for people. Like we're all kind of seeing it in our own different ways. So in that sense, I always find like, yeah, it's really important to do. Well, I find it important. It helps me. It's one of my, I would say it's one of my tools. So like maybe in my emotional toolbox, this definitely me connecting to my spiritual path, my journey. This kind of stuff helps keep me grounded. It helps keep me focused and I guess on the right track in life. Because before I had this, you know, several years back, before I kind of had my rude awakening, yeah, life was a lot harder to deal with. I've definitely learned a lot of tools along the way, and that's why I just like to share them with others. And oh, thank you for that comment. You help me more than you know too. See, this is it. You never realize the impact you're going to have on other people in your life, and that's why I just think it's important to help other people, because people come into our path or on our journey or in our life, always, you know, there'll always be a reason for it. So it's very important to do that. Now, if anyone does have questions, if you're on the live, you can just let me know in comments. Sometimes they're a bit slow to load though, so just trying to drink some water because when I'm talking so much. Now I'm just going to pull like a card or two just for like this month, just the remainder of April, like what kind of themes or energy, what can we expect, what's kind of to come, what's going to be relevant for those that are listening or going to watch this back for their highest good, like what's going to be relevant. Let's have a little look at this straight away. Oh my God, guys, the 4 cards, you can't make it up. Look how many there were. So perseverance, so that is about keeping faith, keeping, you know, your mind, that future vision. What is it you're aiming towards? Because it's so easy to give up, I think, especially we expect things so quickly now because we're programmed in the world we're in for everything to come through super fast. You know, like we can just click, tap, swipe, and we've probably got it the next day or later that day. But actually, if we go back to a time when we didn't have all that technology, I don't think we would have been obsessed with time and things happening so quickly. So this perseverance message ties in to what I mentioned about the month to come, but also as a reminder that if you're going through really difficult times, persevere through, keep going through, because there is going to be light at the end of that for you. And whatever hardships and lessons you're going through at the moment, they ultimately are going to be helping your soul grow, and they will be like healing and growth involved for yourself. That's what I want to say with this card that's come out, the perseverance card. So I'm just going to rest that up there, see what other message we have. Let's have a look. Oh my god, another one just fell out. I barely even had to shuffle these. Okay, then we've got the 6 card, which this obviously written is the message of love, but 6 is also connected to your family, so your love, relationships, your community, responsibility, the home. So that will be another theme that's going to play out for the rest of this month. Okay, how are you feeling about your home, your family, your love life, etc., those you love? Are you being called to be of service, to do something? Maybe that 3 energy, are you needing that confidence to do that and put that out into the world? You know, how are your relationships actually affecting your own energy? That's something to look at too with the theme of this card, for sure. So that's one to take note of. Then I'm just going to do one from my tarot deck. And then, yeah, if you're on the call and you want me to pull some cards for you, if there's a specific area or you just want general or for the month ahead, let me know. Oh, I feel funny when I'm like doing these. I feel like they're really precious. Like I'm scared to like mess them up almost. That's the kind of feeling I get with these. Oh, oh. Oh my god. See? They've got a whole energy of their own. That one literally just flew out. One sec. Okay. This. Ooh. Oh my god. Okay, I'm just going to interpret this as I feel. Right, you're not going to believe me. No, guys. 4 again. This is why I can look. You as witnesses, you saw me look. There's that many cards. Probably like 70 something cards in a tarot. We got the number 4 again. So there's really a huge message with that 4 energy coming through this month. Like, huge message. But to me, right, so I'm going to interpret this in my own style now. But this is called 4 of Discs. So you can look at what the tarot says it means, but I'm going to say this. So for me, this is about making sure that you have the essentials in life, not the fancy stuff. This is about like your bread and butter. It's about safety and security, actually, what we did touch on. Because you can see here, the woman is like built a little, I almost want to say like a little cave. She's got her fire going. Life skills. Do we even know how to make fires these days? And then she's kind of like boarded herself in. So I feel like it's security and protection. And maybe even like, are we like pushing the outer world away and just locking ourselves into a kind of confined space that feels safe? And yeah, it's good to have security and it's good to kind of like protect energy too, I would say with that. It's like shutting out what doesn't need to be involved. So if there are energies around you, whether that be people, it could just be thoughts, energy of the outside world that is negatively affecting you or impacting you, or you're maybe like not sure about, this could be the ideal time to look at, do I need to protect myself? Like, what's my security system looking like? That can be physically, emotionally, mentally, but also spiritually, you know, because every time we involve ourselves with people, it's like, you know, spiritual interactions. That's you in your new workspace. Yeah, but it is, and also it is about creating that kind of safe space and that kind of energy too. So that's definitely what I'm feeling with it. But because it's quite orange coloured, I'm going to say it's about that creative energy too. And also like partnerships, because she's on her own, but it's like pushing out. But orange to me is the sacral chakra, is partnerships too. So that's also going to be another interesting theme. And also I feel like something playing out in the next 2 months. So the next 2 months will be an interesting time, and I feel like something will come to light. There may be some type of revelation. There may be some kind of like breach of security or breach of how someone's feeling, you know. But I feel like, yeah, something will definitely in the next 2 kind of months, something will come out of this, and it's going to be interesting. But yeah, just protect yourself and use this full moon energy to really like release like thoughts or people or energies that aren't actually serving you. I've really got to think about it myself too, because even like when it comes to family and stuff, sometimes there's sometimes I think like the energies that are involved, it's not actually serving my highest good. So it's really weighing that up. So that's the other message there to come out. So you can see that. Interesting. Even the artwork on these is so old school. I have to say I do love it. Right. Okay, so does anyone want me to pull any cards for them? Tanya, if you're on the call, let me know and we can pull you some cards. Let's have a look. I'm just gonna start tuning in one moment. Yeah, I find on live cards can be best to do. Sometimes I will just tune into the energies. But what I do say is sometimes the more energies that come onto a live, sometimes it can be harder to tune in for the simple fact that you'll feel different people's energy coming in. And this is like, okay, general one, yeah. So like when I do, like say for instance, like I tune in directly with one person, or I'm holding their object or looking at something of theirs, it's very different to then doing something on a live thing. So it's cool. Right, okay, Tanya General. Okay, I just keep having to say July to you firstly. That's really something that's coming up as July. July, and I'm going to say between the 4th, because we've been talking about that 4, between July the 4th and July the 7th. And I feel like some type of letter. There's going to be like a letter involved, or news of some type. But yeah, just make a note of that. That may be a bit of a significant time for you. I'm just going to give you that date. That's just me writing it down before I go into cards for you. Then I'm also writing something about a portrait here. I don't know why, but I'm picking up on something about a portrait. I don't know if that's relating to art or a picture of some time, but I'm just writing the word portrait down. There is a word I'm getting, but I can't really say it on live. But it's yeah, I've wrote a note of it as well. But I feel like a time as well for you to actually focus on doing some like just for yourself, some healing, like of your sacral chakra area. That's what I'm gonna say. That's coming to mind. Let's have a look. Let me get some more cards out. Ah, okay, interesting. All right, let's give a shuffle. Right, so let's ask for your highest good from the highest good. Right. Oh my gosh. Did you just see those fall out? I swear you just had 3 cards fall out. Right, first kind of message that's come up for you is about forgiveness, actually. So funny, because we were talking about that as a theme coming up, especially for next month. It's going to be a time of forgiveness, and all I'm going to say with that is it's not about them, but it's for you to free up energy for you, so that's no longer taken from your life force energy in a negative way. So I know, right? You've clearly got a lot of messages that need to be that I need to give you. So yeah, themes of forgiveness are looking at people and things, just to forgive, just, you know, just do it like a letter, but don't give it them, but maybe just, you know, for you. That'll be quite healing, I believe, and that's going to help you then be moving forward in a more positive way. That was your first card. Second one, oh my god, I kind of want to excite you, honey. Sorry, just getting a bit hyped over here. Love, partnership. Okay, now you're seeing me go really crazy online because I'm excited by this one. Because this does not come out that often. So this is definitely like, you know, a love kind of partnership that is to come. And I feel like that will tie into, once some of that healing work has been done, it's going to make it easier for this then to happen. And this is often about a romantic relationship in your life. So if you are single, then yeah, you're saying no, but sometimes that's when it's going to happen, when someone is like least, you know. You could be about to meet someone quite special, okay? But I feel that might come a little bit further down. Like I say, once a bit has been done on that forgiveness stuff. But I don't want you to push anything like that away, because I'm not going to say too much on live, but I already know you're making huge shifts in your life. So you are energetically making space for something new, okay? Which is good. And it's going to be about entering a deeper level, a deeper kind of connection, something that you haven't had before. But love is around the corner, but you just have to believe it. You have to believe it, okay? Stop laughing. I know. I'm so excited with this card. But yeah, it just kind of has that message for you, basically, just encouraging you to focus on what you have to offer rather than like what you want to receive. And by doing so, you're going to attract a mutually loving relationship that serves both parties. Because it is, remember, confidence. Remember all you have to offer and the amazing kind of person that you are. So you've got to work, though, on any limiting beliefs or negative thoughts you have about love or yourself, okay? That's going to be a big thing, because that will actually block you from getting what you deserve. So love and appreciate yourself as you are today. Embrace imperfections and be assured that you're worthy of love, because your loved one will appear when you know without a doubt that you're lovable and deserving. Ooh. This one's really got me feeling happy for you. So that was your second card. And they literally just fell out so powerfully. Okay. Ooh, okay. Then you got this one. Okay, you got the happy... I don't want to say, like, that does sound a bit funny, happy ending. No, but in the right way, that means the happy ending is on the cards. So... there's a lot to come for you. Like, this is just, I feel like even the order those cards came out, so the forgiveness, dealing with the difficult bit, the work on yourself, the love relationship, and then you will get your happily ever after. This is confirmation that the happy ending is right around the corner for you. Even if it seems literally like a joke right now, like you couldn't even imagine that, or it's impossible, favourable outcomes are literally waiting for you at this time, and they are within your reach, okay? They're definitely within your reach. And you attract what you are, and like that's that whole thing, bringing yourself like good fortune when you're happy, and just being in that joyous energy is going to bring more of that positivity, more of that good luck, and more of that happiness back into your life. So when this card comes up for you, you'll be encouraged though to focus the majority of your attention on the outcome you desire rather than what you fear. So you've got to really focus your energy on what your dream and ideal outcome is, and then not so much on what you fear or the worst case or what you don't want to happen. Is just be really clear on channeling your energies. And yeah, anyone else on the live, if you want a little mini reading, just let me know in the comments, okay? Yeah, because it is really powerful, like the thought of the mind, because you will attract what you think about the most. And I know this because sometimes I do it, but it'll be negatively sometimes. It'll be like, you know, sometimes you're really focusing on what you don't want, and then you end up like manifesting that because you've thought about it so much without actually realizing the power of your thought. So you've got to dismiss all logic and reason so that you can see that miracles are beyond and that the universe is just magical. And dream more, you know, like just vision everything it is you want, and don't ever feel like limiting thoughts, I can't have that, or no, like X, Y, or Z. Like, you've got to believe that you can have it, and just be grateful for the happiness to come. Remain optimistic and hopeful about all times, because it's only going to get better from here. And you're moments away from the outcome you deserve. So this is really, really exciting for you, Tanya. Like, I'm so excited for you. So just to recap on Tanya's before I move on to the next person. So you have the forgiveness card, love relationship, and happy ending. So really, really positive. Like, yeah, a bit of hard work and, you know, emotional blocks and things to work through, but girl, your life is gonna blow up. Okay, that's the kind of energy we need for you. So I hope that kind of helps. You're most welcome. Okay, I can see someone else. Wait, let me just see. Nikki. Okay, yeah. Would you like a reading? A little mini reading? Yeah, do you just want general, or is there a specific area you want us to have a look at for you? But yeah, Tanya, I hope that all makes sense. And I've made a note of those dates as well for you. Okay? Just so you've got those as reference. Okay, I'm just going to wait for the chat to load. So yeah, anyone else that wants a little mini reading? Nikki, I'm just waiting to hear back from you. General, okay. general. Okay, just give me a minute to just get in the zone. Okay. Just writing some notes. Okay, so Nikki, first thing I was picking up on for you before I pull any cards. So I'm picking up, I don't actually know, well, the first thing I wrote was Peterborough. Now I know in the UK that's a place. I don't know where you are in the world if that is relevant. Kitty, stop crying. Sorry, my cat's crying. Or the name Peter, maybe, or something with that. Then you can just clarify in chat if that makes any sense. If not, it may be of something to come. Okay. So then I was seeing like a pantry or something to do with baking. Not sure if you're into baking, but the pantry and the baking thing were coming through. Then my right foot starts twinging and I feel like there's a little bit of a block. Something's, there may be a struggle with you moving forwards at the moment with something, or you're wanting to move forward, but maybe not quite sure how to do it because it's like the right side of my body. And I wrote down like a hair garland. Okay, so I'm seeing or sensing something to do with like a hair garland, or maybe some kind of hair decoration or something like that. Don't know if that's something that's relevant to you. Let me know in chat. And then I'm also writing the word as it's coming to me. I feel like ostracized. Like, I don't know if you've been feeling ostracized in a situation. Not 100% sure on the full meaning of that word, but I just have to write it as it's like coming to me, okay? Okay. Might be something to come. I would say that to people, like if it doesn't resonate right now, it may be something that comes up. It's not unusual sometimes, like when I do readings for people, some stuff I'll write down or I'll give them, and then a couple weeks, couple months down the line, they're like, oh, this precise detail and da 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 da. It's funny how like the universe gives the information. I like baking but no good at it. Might be good for you. You might think you're not good at it, but you might actually be better at it than you realise, or it might be something that is a good creative outlet for you, okay? I'm just going to shuffle some cards for you. First deck I just pulled out was my Native American deck. They're a healing deck. I really love them. They have quite deep, meaningful messages, so I do feel that, like with your energy though, I'm feeling like there's like a depth that needs to be kind of tapped into. Oh, interesting. First card that actually comes out for you is a number 14, okay? Number 14 card. And the message of this card is actually fertility. I'm going to show you it. Right. Is fertility. I'm not sure if that is a theme for you. But I will give you a little overview. Because fertility isn't just about literally like the female body and fertility. It is also about your talents, your creativity in areas of life that maybe need expressing out into the world, you know, but birthing, creating. The same way you plant a seed, excuse me, and it has to grow. So if things have been moving a bit slow for you, this song is that time to plant. At this time, it's very productive for you. So this would be amazing for you because this is the Coco Paley. I probably said that not correct because I'm just on live and I'm just glancing at it. But yeah, the song, so the energy with this teaching and healing from this card is whatever you intend to plant at this time, so literally whatever seed that is that you're going to plant at this time, is going to be really productive for you. So if there's something that you've been thinking about planting, basically something you've been thinking about doing, an idea, something you've been wanting to manifest, this is the ideal time for you to do that. Planting seeds for the future takes effort on your part, of course. So now is the time for you to use your skills and resources to make use of that magic. If you've got a project to begin or an idea to develop, then the timing couldn't be better. So this is a really prosperous time for you. Shift away from any old or limiting ideas or any negativity and move forward, because now is the time for that power. Do you get what I mean? Like, this is the time for that power for you. So that's a really positive message. So really, really positive. Okay. Also wanting to grow my own veg. Well, this is the perfect time. Yeah, I have done a lot of that before, like the growing the veg and stuff, but it's something I really wanted to get back into this spring summer season too. So I've been meaning to, but definitely I have put some things on my channel, but I'm going to do more about that too. But this will be a great time for you. Number 14, relevant. Yeah, you can look that up. 14 can be a bit of a challenge number in numerology, I'm not going to lie to you, but the base of it, 1 + 4 is 5. 5 is about movement, freedom. It's about change, okay? It's about not being limited, because 5 is all about movement. You know what I mean? Experiencing different things in life, but it can also be a bit scattered energy, if that makes sense. So it's like tuning it to exactly what you want, because like this is a huge time for you to create what you want. So it doesn't mean more kids, you're too old now. Well, yeah, so just take this card with a pinch of salt, that anything could be possible. So if that's not something you want, just be cautious of that at this time, because your energy seems to be really powerful in manifesting and planting seeds for what you want, okay? I'm going to get one more card for you. And then, yeah, hey, I can see someone else in the comments. Hi. Yeah, doing good. Just doing some little mini readings. So if anyone else would like one, just let me know in the comments, please. Right, let's pull you one from the numerology deck as well for you, Nikki. Let's have a look. I'll give these a little shuffle. Let's ask for your highest good. What message they have within these? Ooh, one just... Oh my god, you got the abundance card. It literally just flew out for you. So this is, again, really, there's some really good energy coming for you, because this abundance card, like the abundance is literally like you can have anything you want in abundance. And it just means like loads of good energy is coming for you, loads of positivity. Pink is like that color of growth, of self-love as well. And it's that mindset of believing it's yours and then having it as well. Let's place that there. Let's do one more. I don't know why I'm like also want to say to you about like a chapel or some type of like vows, or like I don't know if there's some type of celebration coming through for you, or maybe like a commitment ceremony. Does that sound right? Something along those lines, or of that kind of nature. That was just coming through to me, something kind of sacred maybe. And then as you can see, this card just starts coming out for you, which is about your spirituality. Purple is the color of spirituality. Then we've got the number 77 too, which also 7 + 7 is 14. You have that in the other card too, so that's pretty relevant. And it's about enhancing your connection to the divine at this time, improving your relationship with yourself, as well as your quality of life, okay? Just remember this, and this is relevant to everyone as well, but you're not a human being having a spiritual experience. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. I'm going to say that once more. You're not a human being having a spiritual experience. You're a spiritual being having a human experience. And your relationship with source, you know, the universe, however you want to connect with that word, is your path to inner peace. That's where you're going to find your inner peace. That's when you find your way back, you know, back to yourself before all the layers of conditioning and life takes over. So when this card literally comes out for you, it's just like getting you to celebrate and strengthen your relationship with the divine. That's really important for you at the moment. So however that spirituality looks for you, you know, whether it's meditation, times of silence, yoga, maybe it's a retreat, maybe it's just turning inwards, you know, maybe it's like a spiritual group, a place of worship. I did just say the word chapel as well, which again can be associated to something sacred. So let me know if this is resonating for you. If you're still on the call, please. If there's no right or wrong, just remember that no right or wrong, only you can know your ultimate path to the higher power, so to speak. So yeah, and you're also being urged to communicate with your lost loved ones, spirit guides and angels, and ask for their assistance when required. No request goes unanswered, and no request is too big or small. That's really, really important to remember for you. To connect with them. They're always around them. I say this to everyone. Everyone has their own spirit team, angels, guides, ascended masters, teachers, loved ones. Always, you know, ask for your highest good, but they are always around you. But they operate on like divine free will. So you have to kind of call them in and actively say like, I want your help, or I want your guidance, or let me know you're here. And if you're really in need of their help, you ask as well. Like, it could just be something simple, like, you know, I need your help to get from A to B today, or to show me which path to take. So connect with them in a way that feels right for you. I feel like that's a really important message for you as well. But this is obviously confirmation that they are around you. They acknowledge you, they appreciate you, and they want to have more of a, you know, an active, stronger relationship with you. So take that as confirmation. So take particular notice to like signs you may get. I feel like, again, for you, big connection in nature. So, you know, listen more to like, you know, the birds, the animals, the things in nature that can also communicate with you, because that's another way that they will let you know their presence and that they're with you. Okay. So yeah, just to recap, you had this one, you had the abundance card, and then I think wherever it's gone, yeah, this card too. So I'll just hold those up for you so you can see. I hope they make sense anyway. And yeah, if anything I've said to you as well, like, you can just watch it back on the when I upload it onto my channel, if there's anything you think you might have missed, or just to listen back to, because sometimes it is a lot of information. I know I talk kind of oh god, guys, can't talk. I talk kind of fast. So I'm just going to check the chat. Nikki, yeah, let me know how that's landing for you. Thank you. You are most welcome, lovely. Take a deep breath. Okay, anyone else on here that would like some cards, some guidance? I'm just checking the comments. I know it's a little slow to come through, so if you want a little mini reading, let me know. I probably have energy for like maybe 2 more. So yeah, let me know. I'm just gonna have a sip of water. This is just like me fulfilling my role of being of service, helping others. Let's have a little read. Happy full moon. Let many full and new moons just go. But this one feels very different, and I'm interested to get a very direct answer, if Spirit wants to. Very brief. Okay, my love. Well, this one is interesting, this full moon, because it's in Scorpio. I don't know if you were on the call at the beginning of the call, but you can always watch it back. But I was talking a lot about the energy that it's holding this month and going into next month. We can pull some cards for you. Let me just tune into you for a sec. I feel things might be a little bit black and white for you. Like, you're seeing things maybe quite black or white, like it's one way or another way. And maybe it's going to be somewhere in the middle. That's the first thing I'm going to say to you. Maybe there might be a shade of grey. It might not be directly what you want, but there might be something in the middle for you. Let's just see. Yeah, I see a gate. I'm seeing a gate, and I feel like the gate can be opened, but having the courage to venture through a bit of that gate, like, and the unknown and what's ahead, but on your own. You don't have to have someone else with you to venture forwards. You're more than capable, I feel, and energetically, like, you have that strength in connecting with your own spirit team to help you, like, push past that unknown and into new territory, kind of, so to speak. Yeah, I just keep going back to this grey, the shade of grey, or like grey socks. I feel like something's in the middle anyway. And then channel, like, I don't know if you've ever looked into channeling, or maybe you yourself can channel. You can channel spirit, actually. Maybe you don't actually even realise you can do it, or it's been happening to you. Let me pull a card for you, one sec. Okay, I'm just shuffling these. These are my Native American healing deck. But yeah, let me know in the comments if any of that was resonating for you. Look at this one. This is very interesting, I'm going to say to you. Let me just tune into this card for a minute, because these messages that come from this deck are very powerful. So this number that's come out for you is number 27. It's actually called the Cradle Board from my Native American healing deck, which is a very old deck of cards, very powerful and very to the point. So the message with this is actually about the ability to respond to something. 9 is also that number of, like, 9 is completion, so it's ending. Something's come full circle for you to look at. 9's also associated to power, whether that be personal power, energetic power. But there is kind of like a protection element to this card too. So it's really interesting, because I'm going to hold it up for you. So you can see there's like a little baby in the cradle board, which they would have made in Native American tradition, these, you know, cradle boards which keep the baby safe, basically. So if it was to drop, it's like protected, like no harm can come to the child, so to speak. So the cradle board says that the papoose you are carrying is your future. So however symbolically that may interpret for you. So if you wish to influence it, you must respond now. Whatever your situation, the ability to respond is called for at this time. So it is requiring you to respond. The warrior side of your nature has the courage you need. That's what I felt when I saw the gate. Energetically, you can move forward. Don't sit and wait for someone else to do something. So this is really about you being called to speak your truth, stand up for what's right, do what's right. Doesn't matter about anyone else or their thoughts or their feelings or judgments. This is really a call from you to your soul of what's right. Yeah, use your creativity, speak your truth and respond. You're being reminded that it's your responsibility to find your own answers and act upon them. Whether it is a past, present or future challenge makes no difference. You can respond in a way that will promote your growth. Look at how you can use your personal medicine to respond to the situation and how that action will make you grow. So it's definitely also a time for learning and growth. So there is kind of no right or wrong. Your soul will lead you to do what you're here to do, and within that there will be learning and growth on either whichever way you decide. You have the ability, so now you must recognize it in yourself and use it. So I'm going to say it's definitely calling a little bit of self-confidence for you, for sure. But I feel like there's a bit of a role of protection too, maybe of yourself, but also of others. So just be mindful of that of course you're going to be protected and act in a way that you feel is right for you. and that brings like healing and closure to a situation. I'm also like wanting to say like the name Mike or Micah or something. That's just kind of coming through. And I do feel like it's a time for you to connect your own personal power with this card and really tune into your power. So whether that's you have to sit there in silence, you know, make that direct line to spirit for your highest good and communicate with them and ask them to help or channel through you to help in a way that again is for your highest good and the highest good of the situation. But it's almost like a time for you to step into your personal power, because looking to like anyone else or anything else to make a decision or to speak up, it won't land right at this time. It's got to come from you. So let me know if this is resonating, like if that's making sense, because it's quite a deep message, but also on a live I feel like that's kind of what can be said about it for you to understand at this time, if that makes sense. Because obviously personal messages, yes, but on live we just have to be sometimes, because it's not a private one-to-one, we just have to be mindful of like what we're saying for you. So I think that's why this card has come out. I'm just gonna wait for the chat to load so I can see if you got that message. You're 27 right now. Oh, that is funny. Okay, tell me what your date of birth is. Tell me your date of birth. That's also going to be helpful right now, please. I mean, you don't have to. Sorry, I said that a bit like you must tell me. It just came out like that. But yeah, let me see what your date of birth is, and then I can just tell you like how that's also just going to help you with the situation. I just got another card for you, which I'll show you in a minute. Let me just wait for the chat to load. Yeah, so if I get your date of birth, then I can just see the theme for the year that you're in, which will help you too. And we can see if the 27 is coming as relevant for you as well. Tanya's laughing at me. Guys, you know I just say things. I mean it with love. It just, you know, I just say things. This year already telling me, this year is already telling me a lot to get done, but all I see is grey wind. Yeah, it's just gotta, right, so November is an 11 month. November. Ooh, that would mean, I'll wait for the rest of your date of birth. But that would mean you're in a 9 personal year, which is funny because that was also telling us 9. And a 9 personal year is all about looking back over the past 9 years, everything that's happened. 9 personal years can be really quite challenging to go through. So it can be a time of like things coming to an end, things closing. It's, imagine like you've got a trunk and it gets filled with like all emotions, like life over the past 9 years. It's like that trunk then gets blown open. You've got to kind of look in and see like, what do you no longer need? What's no longer serving you? People, places, emotions, thought patterns, all sorts. It's a really good time to have an emotional kind of clear out. It can be an emotional year for sure. That's like a personal theme for you that you would be in. It can be a time of like things coming to endings, because 9 is like, we say it's the end of the number cycle, 1 to 9. It's like that ending time. And then from your next birthday, you'd go into a 1 personal year. So it's about new beginnings again. So that's just kind of in brief the summary of like a 9 personal year. But I would definitely prioritize like your personal power, because it can be with the 9 energy, they can give away a lot of their energy and power too. But if you now have this knowledge that you're in this 9 personal year for this, you know, from your birthday from November to next November, you're going to know this is going to be a bit of a challenging time. Okay, you're not losing the plot. Like, that's what's written in your destiny. But you want to make sure you work on the things so then when you go to your next personal year, your 1 year, you're not carrying old stuff forward into a new cycle. That's, you know, yeah, and don't give away your power and your energy. Really invest it back into yourself, and invest in yourself. Don't be afraid to invest in yourself, however that may look for you. Do you know what I mean? Because there's nothing more powerful than your own healing, your own spiritual connection, and things like that will really be helpful for you at this time. So you said spot on. So I'm guessing that's kind of like resonating for you. I don't have your full date of birth, so I can't like tell you your life path or any more kind of any more detail on that may be useful for you at this moment. But hopefully what that information you gave me, that will be relevant to you. And yes, 9 year is very challenging. So really do call upon your spirit team, because they are there and they will help you, okay? You've gotten rid of some heavy energy that was stuck to you for a very long time, and I'm in the middle. I want me back. You're on the right track, and that's what this is about. And you have got that power to move forwards and fill yourself back up with energy. Do you get what I mean? Because often that can really take away from us when we go through difficult, heavy emotions. But it's going to be looking at ways to re-energize, re-fulfill, and give life back to yourself. Definitely things will get a bit easier for you, but yeah, things may often, like, it can be difficult because when things come to an end, or we have to release and let go of things, or make really difficult decisions in 9 personal years, like my last one was horrific, was really traumatic. But then it's personal power again. You have to make certain choices, but you have to go with what feels right for you. And remember, there is no right or wrong. Your soul already knows what that choice is for you, and within those choices, that's where the learning and growth takes place, which further develops your soul on your journey here and gives you more strength. You did have one other card, sorry, that did come out, and this was the 74. This was about nature. So this is really urging you to get out into nature and spend more time in nature. Focus on grounding, because when you're going through a lot, like a difficult time especially, but also dealing with emotions, challenging year, it will be crucial that you have some type of grounding and foundation to support you through that. So nature will be really powerful for that. It's also really healing. Even sitting by a tree for like 10 seconds, you create a healing grid around you, and the tree starts like charging you and taking away negative energy. So maybe try going out into nature and just finding a random tree that you are drawn to, and just sit with your back next to it or near it, and let it take away some of that heavy energy as well. That's a free little tip, and it's guaranteed results. I'm just here advocating for trees, you know, casually. But yeah, that's your nature card. And just more green in your life, you know, through the outside, through your foods that you're consuming, more green, because green is the colour of healing, okay? Super important. Okay, I'm just gonna yeah, I feel like that's all I can say to you at the moment. So yeah, let me know how that landed for you. Anyone else on the call, if you would like a little mini reading, let me know in comments. I live near a forest. Girl, you need to get out there and explore. I feel like you're going to be called into that forest. There's going to be some major healing in there for you, and you'll probably find like the elements and the spirits of the earth will help and protect you, definitely. Yeah, I need a forest too. Like, I would love to live right near a forest. I feel like as well, forests have really interesting energy. It can be like really quite enchanted, or it can just be really interesting. But I definitely believe they have all their own like portals of energy, and all types of mystical magicalness in forests. Like, because it's nature, isn't it? It's going to hold portals. It's got all other beings, you know, ones we can see and can't see. That's incredible. Tanya, yeah, you're allowed to be greedy, it's you, so I'll let you. Let's give you a little shuffle. Let's go build a cabin. Honestly, if you guys saw my Pinterest, I've got hundreds of cabins and I'm just obsessed. Like, I swear I think I lived in America in a previous life, because I'm just obsessed with this cabin vibe, and like, I want my cabin in the forest. Like, I'll give up anything for that. Like, oh, I just want it so bad. Let's have a look. No, don't apologize. Hey, that's what I'm here for. I love doing this. I love being able to help people, because that's part of my role in life. I love to be able to help and uplift others. So I hope it's been helpful to you, and I hope it's helped raise your energy and let you see a new perspective on things. Right, okay, Tanya, let's get you a good old Native American message. Let's see what deep healing they're going to say for you. Oh, 2 came out. Sorry, I have to laugh at the first card that came out. Right, so the first card that actually came out, right, was number 29, which is the storyteller. 29 is the master number 11, so that is very like spiritual, emotional energy, psychic energy that's coming through for you. And it is about Camille, I can't talk again. Camille, maybe I meant to say that to you. I meant to say logically. I was thinking I'm saying community, but Camille's coming through, so maybe that is a name or something. Interesting. Let me show you it, because the artwork on these is so different. That's why I love these cards. You're not going to see anyone else on YouTube with these, because they're older than I am. Okay, and I had to get them from an in-person, very spiritual, like old school location. I don't think anyone else is going to have these online. I hope they don't. Right, so this one, expansion. Whew, there's going to be some growth coming through for sure. Now, the storyteller card speaks of expansion on all levels. You are now growing and encompassing many new ideas. So you need to pay attention to these new ideas you get. You know, like randomly, if you're sat there, or I don't know what, you could be doing anything, but if you start getting like random ideas, don't think, so just write them down, okay? Literally write your ideas down, because that's spirit giving you these ideas. Don't dismiss them, because they're actually going to be really important, these ideas. Get a book that is literally called Ideas or Inspirations, because that's super, super important right now. See which area of expansion needs your attention, and feed your personal fire of creation. So fire, that 3 energy, to create and expand more, knowing that you've earned it. So you've really been called to use your creative energy. And note that with expansion will come if you are willing to share how you achieved your success with others. So it's also about sharing that then with others. Like, how did you come to do this? How did things like work like that for you? Because when we share, like, then it just spreads more into the world, and you get more come back to you too. And many lives are influenced by another's story, hence why it's called storytelling, because we actually influence others by our stories. So in the good fortune of your present situation, you may be instrumental in encouraging others. I can actually say that's true. Like, you do actually help me a lot anyway. So I feel for you, like, sharing your own life experiences, even things you've created, but also what you've gone through in life, could be majorly healing and helpful to others. So in all cases, expansion occurs when people are allowed to grow at their own rate and their own understanding. The wisdom of the storyteller is part of the art of remembering. Note that you are now remembering your personal medicine and how to be your potential. So that is kind of the deep message with that for you. And you can kind of see, I don't know, because my camera lighting quality is not amazing here right now, but it's like a big mama bear. I'm going to describe her, even though I think it's like a big kid kind of figure. I'm going to call her a mama bear. And then see how she's got all these children, like all these people swarming all over her. And it's like they're absorbing all of that. And that is that storyteller energy. By you sharing your story, you help to heal, empower, and encourage others. So that's a really powerful message. I love that one. Ooh. And the 11 energy too is about having a cause, like having a purpose to channel that energy for, because then it becomes more healing. And then you had another one drop out too, which is random because 2 dropped out for you. And I know you said you were being greedy with the messages, but I'm here for it. So You know, I love doing this and I love helping. And funnily enough, the other card that did come out was it's called coral. Actually, I like that word, coral. But this is about nurturing, interestingly. So this is the nurturing energy. You're being asked basically to look at the idea of nurturing, and it may be time to nurture yourself or another. And if you refuse to be nurtured, it may be time to drop the superhuman attitude before you get sick. Breathe. I feel like I need to breathe. Okay, so you've got to allow in nurturing too. That's really important. And coral tells us that our bodies have needs too. So listening to the needs of your body, pay attention and be good to your body, which I know you are, but that's what it's saying. Coral also speaks of the planetary family. Ooh, now this is getting interesting. So if you feel lonely or alone, it may be time to have a reunion with the other creatures that share the earth with you. Listen to all our relations and cut that I am the only one. This isn't me, all of this, you know, it's coming from the Holy Bible. Jokes aside, guys, no, that's just my sense of humour. I do read some of it for this because they have their own teachings, which I find are really special. So yeah, it's telling you, listen to all the relations, cut the I am the only one, refrain out of your thoughts, okay? Coral always tells us to listen to our feelings. So really make sure that you listen to your feelings. If you've been ignoring how you feel around certain people or how your body feels, that's a major cue how your body's going to feel around people. That's a message to everyone, by the way. If your body starts feeling tense, awkward, anxious, sick, like not good around people, that is a huge indicator that your sixth sense is telling you they are no good for you. Okay, Coral is insisting that you reconnect to those feelings. Remember, to feel is to heal. Damn, I love these messages. They're so like, to feel is to heal. Okay, so it's really calling you back into feeling and nurturing, not only in others, but nurturing of yourself. And when it says planetary family, I will also interpret that, just as a key message, is it's not just people here on earth. Like, you're a 7, we know this, life path 7s, you're super spiritually connected to the divine. So earth is just one little place on this huge planet, okay? So sometimes we do and we can feel super alone, but like, you also have a direct line that you can just call up to spirit, you know, whatever other planets, spirit for your highest good, different realms, different beings, and I feel they will really easily connect with you too. So it's also encouraging you to do that and just know that like, you're not alone, you're really supported, but they really want you to focus on nurturing because it's just going to be important for your health too. Okay, let me just check comments because I was just really getting into that one. You've been having loads of thoughts for the business. Yep. So you've really got to literally write all those down, and just because they're going to come in useful for you. That sounds right crazy because what I've been telling you for a while. Yep, that's kind of like what you said instead of community. Thank you. I hope you don't mind reading it out, but well, everyone can see it. I have been for a while and had that going on for a while. You know, I've been clearing out. It's literally just confirmation. Yeah, and that's why I love sometimes like these messages, because we can all go through things, and then sometimes when you have it confirmed externally, like in this kind of way, in this setting, it just really helps you to know you are on the right path, like things are aligning for you, because even all your cards before were so positive for you. So it's often confirmation of something we might be holding on to or thinking, and then when we have it confirmed, it's like that in itself can be quite healing. So just remember, to feel is to heal. So I'll just show you your cards again. And yeah, if anyone else, I don't know who else, if anyone else is on the call, but if you do want a quick little mini reading, let me know before I then go to sign off. So you've got the coral card, which is actually number 13 too, which is interesting because that is a challenge number 2, but it's also connected to the 4 energy, which is about grounding, stability, security, and forgiveness, all the things we spoke about before. Then you got the storyteller card. Okay. Okay. So, tonight, I feel like, yes, that's been like, there's some really, like, really thought-provoking messages for sure, like, really, really deep. Have you really migraines for the past few days? Damn, that is a sign. So for me, a migraine is like, it could be that spirit is trying to communicate with you and give you a message, but you might be shutting it out. So it's like to do with your third eye. So, you know, if you've got like anything like that deep kind of indigo-y, kind of bluey purpley kind of colour, even like with foods, even if you just lie actually with a cold flannel or something over your head and just allow like some quietness and just, you know, things to come through for you, that could be like really healing as well, and that might clear your migraine. Ask them to remove it, but then also just say like, I want to see clearly, yeah, like for your third eye, but it'll be showing you that there's some healing going on there and some balancing that needs to take place. Could you share any cleansing rituals and what's yours? Okay, so that's quite an important one, because when it comes to cleansing, like, I'm the kind of person, I will cleanse myself, my home, just like everything, because even like interactions you have with people. So I'm going to tell you the first most powerful one you can do is just water. So you can literally use water. You can have a shower and just intention setting that you're cleansing your aura and your energy field. If you don't have access to a shower, like let's just say you're out, I literally will just pull up my sleeves, go to a sink, and then I'm like, I let the water run over my hands and I envisage like cleansing my energy down. I'm like, any negativity, any energy that doesn't belong, ask for it to be removed, and then I just visualize it going down the drain and been dispersed of or neutralized. And then even just running your hands under cold water can be really cleansing. There's things like a singing bowl. Everyone laughs when I do my singing bowl, but that again is so cleansing and so powerful. And this can be used to cleanse your own energy field. It could be used to cleanse your home, the space in your home, because the sound, that's a healing vibration in itself. This is natural sound, so that naturally will shift things like that. Sound is a good one. Crystals and things, they can be good for cleansing. So you might have them like placed in your home. Oh my god, yeah, doing the dishes makes a similar one. They do say that though, even if you don't have things like that, just go around rattling your dishes. Sounds a bit crazy, like just banging whatever you can do just to make that noise and cleanse. Like, look, I'm cleansing the space. It looks really stupid, but who cares, because you're energetically cleansing it. Intention and thought is also most powerful. So you could envisage yourself in like a ball of light, pyramids of mirrors reflecting up and out negative energy. Some people like sage. I sometimes use cinnamon or incense. Again, it's kind of symbolic of clearing the energy. Even opening windows in your home. Standing barefoot on the ground, or like I said, by the tree, and just envisaging all negative energy. Sweeping movements like this I will literally use as well to like remove other people's energy. Or negativity that doesn't belong, or if you suddenly start feeling pain in your body, or if you've been out somewhere busy, things like that. But the main things will be like doing energy protection. I think I have a video on it somewhere, but do you know what, let me write this down. Maybe I'm going to do a live devoted to that. Energy protection, and what was it you said, and cleansing, because they kind of coincide. And also just calling on spirit to help and say, like, help remove this energy that isn't mine, help remove the negative energy that doesn't belong. But yeah, I have that ball, oh my god, but I haven't touched it in a while. There we go, reignite its energy. That can be really powerful, even on yourself. I also have another little one. Okay, Tanya will laugh at me for this, but because she's going to remember why. But look, this is another little sound one. Sound healing too, because again it holds its own little frequency, and that can cleanse. I think they're some of my main, off the top of my head, they're some of my main go-tos. And also, like, every night before I sleep I have to clear my energy down, because otherwise it gets really worrying because what can happen is, you know, throughout the day, like everyone you interact with, everything you watch on a screen, whether it's like someone's YouTube or you watch something on TV, and all that energy kind of comes into your energy field. Just like if I watch a sad movie, I'm then going to cry with it. You know, if you went out somewhere really busy, everyone's energy is bouncing around and can latch onto you. And so, where was I going with that? So before then I go to sleep, obviously I will do different cleanses if I say come in or out, or if I've been around other people. But then as I'm going to sleep, again, I will do like my sweeping things. I kind of like say my own little rituals in my head of like speaking to spirit, and I really ask them to protect me when I sleep. My spirit team, for my highest good, I always say it because bad things in the past, you know, really difficult times I went through. But I connected with that power and energy now. But I will visage these white feathers like this, cleansing down all of my body and sweeping out. And a lady from one of my spiritual groups, she gave me this great tip, yeah? And she was like, envision a hot air balloon, and then put all your worries, or like that after I do my feather cleanse, like this, over all my body. And then I picture, and even like my hoover, I picture then at the bottom of my feet, the hoover going in and hoovering up and out into the hot air balloon to be up and out and dispersed of all that negative energy. And that's in itself is really powerful, because you're using like your thought and your energy, which will then be reflected in your energy field. And again, just keeping a healthy energy field, you know, the more healing work you do on yourself, or if you're in a higher vibration, you know, you're eating well, you're in a, you know, the main things is avoiding, isn't it, like drugs and alcohol, toxic people, narcissists, energy vampires, anyone that, again, as we said, makes your body feel like tense or anxious, ignoring those kind of people, not having them in your life, that will instantly strengthen your energy field. So then you're naturally going to be quite protected, but it will depend how sensitive you are to things. I did sage after a very long time, but not with sage, but with fern. So ferny. Yeah, you can use anything. Like sage is just like popular, but I'm sometimes a bit like, sometimes I like to do things that aren't as popular. But if you have sage, great. Some people use it as oh my god, it's gone from my head, Palo Santo or something. I do know it, I just can't think of it off the top of my head. I use like cinnamon sticks sometimes, or incense, so it all depends. What's time you said? Okay, I will give that. Okay, I will give you gave that my son, and he looked at you like you're crazy. That's why I was laughing. Yeah, because I tried to like, it was the only thing I had. I thought, oh my god, a young kid could potentially like try and distract themselves or play with, and he just looked at me like, oh lady, are you on crack? Like, you just gave me a singing bowl thing, what do I want with that? I'm like, I tried. I tried to entertain. That's it, Palo Santo wood, yeah. So some people use that kind of stuff, but even herbs from your garden or the forest, because you're near the forest, you could collect them, dry them out, wrap them in a little bit of thing, and then you can like burn that, can't you? It's whatever works. Honestly, it's, you have that power, so it's like whatever you set your intention to. It could be that I'm going to use this to cleanse myself, do you know what I mean, this pencil, and I could be there like this. I'll use that as my tool. Can use my mind as my tool, because I'm quite a visionary. I can like visage, so like I said, I vision my feather things and those type of things, and rituals. And yes, because it's a full moon, light your candles, get a pad and pen out, and just write down everything you want to release. Even if it's listening to the feelings in your body that you want to release, you could then write that, and then you could just burn it. Get a fireproof dish or a little cauldron thing and let it burn into that, and then use water to cleanse afterwards. Like, there's so many different things you can do, but I always say it's like what feels good for you to kind of do it with. So I hope that kind of answered your question. Yeah, I hope that makes sense for you. Let me just check back up on chat. Yeah, so I hope that made sense. And I hope that will kind of help you on your cleansing ritual. you can let me know on chat, but it's being a bit slow to load, so if I'm like responding a bit late to your comments, because yeah, I think I had it set on the timer thing that they come through as people send them, but yeah, I can't fully see. So yeah, I hope that's been helpful, guys. But yeah, maybe that will be as I said, like another live I might do on like energy protection or cleansing stuff. And it's also nice because then if other people come on, then they share what they do, you might find that that's actually really helpful to you. Or like I say, I just met that lady one of the days in my spiritual group, and she said to me about, I've got it written down as one of the messages she gave me, and it's about the hot air balloon thing and like picturing all my worries or anxieties and that them been taken up. And that for me was just so helpful. And I know it's like one little thing someone said to you, but that one little thing will stick with me now for the rest of my life. So how powerful is that? That's why I love when you're in that healing spiritual energy and you're sharing with others, because it's so powerful and helpful. Yeah, I struggle with the cleansing. Too many vampires and narcissists around me daily. Like, that's a whole book, isn't it? Like, you could just write a whole book on that, and that then affects your energy. It's really hard to be around people like that, and it's super draining, and it just takes from your own life force. So it is about, I mean, I can be quite savage sometimes, and I'll just be like, right, that's it, like I'm not going to have anything to do with them. But then sometimes it's also about finding ways that you can not give your energy to them, so they're not literally been able to take from your energy. So that might just be like not engaging, not rising to their bait of trying to get your energy, and that again is just growth and healing, isn't it? But everyone's different, and I think some people are naturally kind of like better with that than others. I'm probably a little sometimes too emotional maybe and hot-headed, so yeah, I'll go back to good old habits. Thanks again for the reminders. I was about to go to sleep but saw your notifications, so now I'm wide awake. Oh, well, I hope you do manage to like get to sleep, but maybe this is also what you needed as well, and just use that full moon energy to just look at what you got release, and just before you go back to bed, just do that list, and just look at what we can look at, what we're going to release. Because I'm as soon as I come off here, guys, that's literally what I'm going to do. I'm going to write a list, because I sometimes really struggle. Like, I keep so much energy up here with thoughts and feelings, and then it goes all the way up here, and then I can get so like all the time and anxious and depressed, but then sometimes I think I have to sit with those feelings, acknowledge them, accept them, let myself feel it and pass through, and then like kind of like just release it in some kind of way. So I'm going to write it out tonight. I've got some of my crystals out, but I don't know about anyone else, but I can't actually see the moon, so I'm a bit gutted, because it is meant to be a pink moon, so I'm guessing the pink is kind of because it has a pink maybe tinge to it. So if you guys see the moon, then think of me, please, because I can't see it just yet, and I always get so excited when I see the moon. Yeah, and that exactly from a spiritual messenger over here. Everything happens for a reason, and you must have needed the guidance. So yeah, there's a reason you found that email. Your spirit team were obviously working with you and made you go like see the notification even, and you just maybe needed some of this like healing energy too, and help and guidance. So it will definitely help you in the long run, and hopefully you can come on to like one of the other lives that I'm gonna do. Thanks Tanya, you and I both feel special. See, this is what I love, people can just come on here and connect to. It's really great, like everyone's here for each other. So yeah, Tanya's always like supporting me, supporting the channel, and it's really great. So I'm really grateful to everyone. But yeah, I look forward to being able to do another video. Hopefully you guys can come. Just set reminder. I don't know how it works on YouTube, but I think if you sign up to notifications or something like that, it will notify you, and I'll try and give a little bit more notice. But you guys know how I can be a bit last minute, because it all depends on energy, and that at the moment is, yeah. So I've enjoyed it anyway. Thank you so much, guys. If you need me, you can message me, and I wish you a great rest of the month. You've got this. You've got your power now. You've got your energy. We've all just been connecting with spirit, and we've been getting that. I always find, don't you just think when you come into that healing vibe, when you set that intention, I find it anyway, to connect with spirit, it just, everything flows and falls into place. And you just feel better for it. Like even my own mood and energy has just risen from doing this. So it just shows. No moon, it's cloudy. Yeah, that's what I saw here. I can't see it. It's really upsetting me because I'm like, the one day that's why I want my cabin in the woods too, so I can literally, like, when it's a full moon, maybe I'm gonna have to find somewhere to stay. If anyone's got suggestions, that's one of anywhere good, like countryside with cabins or something. I want to go stay there on a full moon, and if it's got a campfire outside, that would be even more amazing. I would just love to do that, because then I really get to embrace the full moon. And then imagine I might not have Wi-Fi out in the forest, but if I did, I would definitely do a full moon live in the forest. So if you're watching this back and you know any good forest locations with really nice cabins, it doesn't have to be really nice, but you know, like a good cabin that I can go stay, let me know please, because I try and look online, but it's so hard to find a good one. But guys, I'm sending you all loads of love, loads of blessings, and asking for healing for you all. And I will catch up with you soon. Yeah, a spiritual retreat. Maybe I need to organise it. A group of women out in the forest celebrating the moon. This will be amazing, to be honest. That's my dream. Let me see what we're talking about, ideas. I'm just going to write that one down too. Spiritual retreat in the forest. That'll be great. Yes, please. Okay, guys, have an amazing night. Bye. Yeah, you can definitely be our cook. Her food is amazing. Lots of love, guys.